Hey guys, this is F2P Genshin.
Oh shit, here we go again.
The new Abyss, the 1.6 Abyss is here. And well, they have actually made it easier. I would have preferred if it had gotten a bit harder.
This is not okay. This needs to stop now.
So, I have already gotten 36 stars and it's quite favorable to swirl reactions. Like with the EM buffs and the blessing and floor 11 ley line disorder, which gives you 300% increased swirl damage. That's quite a lot of damage, honestly. And you will see, I won't be using any 5 stars this time. Previously in my 1.5 guide, I used D-Luke. This time, I say fuck D-Luke. This time, we are going all 4 stars basically. Well, you could say that Anemo MC is a 5 star, but we all know that he isn't. Floor 9, actually there is nothing to say about Floor 9. All they have done is they have replaced cryo slimes with cryo whopper flowers, and that's pretty much it. So it's pretty much the same, honestly. There is nothing new to say here. I will still go over and see if I can point out some things. So this is the team I will be using, and all 4 stars, and I'm using mostly free-to-play weapons. Diana has Favonius Warbow, Xingqiu has Festering Desire, Strangling has White Tassel, Bennett has Skyrider Swords, and Razor has Snow Tomb Star Silver. MC has Prototype Rancor. So yeah, I'm using mostly free-to-play weapons. Now to start off, we have 3 Helitrals that appear in the front right over here, and 3 that will appear here, which will be attacking this heat source. So what I will do is I will go for these, the ones attacking the heat source, because the 3 in the front here, they will come running to you, so you can just hit them when they come near you.
Let me weave you a bird.
And if you have Anemo MC, you can just throw them away. And as we all know, Swirl is broken right now. I will show you my build later. My Anemo MC's build is little bullshit, and still I am doing god tier damage. Well, not god tier enough.
With the wind. By royal decree.
So I go for the enemies on the side first, and the ones that will spawn after, I let the cryo mage do whatever he wants. I just try to dodge most of his attacks while I kill these enemies first. And now I will go for the cryo mage. Alright, done. Now we have floor 9 chamber 2, and I actually don't remember what comes here. Oh, okay, here. So I just go to this enemy first, the others follow, and it's pretty much the same DPS check, honestly. Nothing new here. And if you have Swirl, then this stage is a piece of cake. If you are using Anemo MC, then I do recommend doing all of his charge attack sequence, because at the end he does an Anemo attack basically, which will cause Swirl. So that would be quite favorable for you.
Body and mind.
Okay, so here we go for the Hydro Patui first, because he is the healer. And then I will go for the Cryo because I don't have any Pyro. Done. And now you can kill them in any random order. If you don't have a Claymore, then try to kill this guy first, because when he makes his shield, it will be quite hard to beat him if you are only using sword characters.
Cool it. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Oh wait, yeah. You don't need to go for the lava churl, actually. You can just go for these enemies first if they are disturbing you, if they are causing problems. But they don't for me, so I just go for the lava churl and I kill him. And now we have 2 mages and 1 meter churl, if I do remember correctly. Yeah, okay. So I will go for the Hydro Abyss Mage first because his bubbles cause quite a lot of damage and issues.
Wings of darkness.
Oh, so sorry.
Alright, done. Also, this guy right here, he has aura around him. Basically, there is a big white circle around him. As you can see here, this line, he causes some cryo damage here. So if you have Diana, you can easily, avoid that damage because Diana shield has 250% cryo resistance.
Oz, reveal thyself.
Okay, we'll start. We will go with the same team. So the enemies will spawn all over the place. I will go for the Hilichurl that spawns here. I will do Xingqiu's ultimate, Xiangling's ultimate and all that.
Let me weave you a birth. Rain outlines your. Eat this. I'm the frying pan.
Disappear!
Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power.
Disappear!
And now everything is caught in pyro. Now I go for the Abyss Herald here because the Cryo Mage will teleport to you. So you can hit them together.
As you wish, main family. This one will be frozen.
Can't handle your drink.
Now I take out the Cryo Mage first and then go for the Abyss Herald and then continue my attacks on the Abyss Herald.
Sorry.
And obviously since it is the Abyss Herald, Electro and Cryo are super effective on him.
Oz, reveal thyself. Diana special.
Dodge this! This one will be frozen. Midnight Phantasmagoria.
And we're done. So what I do is I go to the right so that all of the enemies will come to me
Let me weave
and
you
then I will just hit them. That's pretty much it.
With the wind!
Yep. Goodbye.
You're toast.
Also, yeah, there is a new kind of attack with the Samachurl here, the Anavo Samachurl. So, if you are having problems with that, then you can kill him first in the second wave of enemies that spawn.
Disappear!
Okay, so we have an Abyss Lecter and a Mage. Okay, so the same strategy as the Abyss Herald. Go for the Lecter or Herald. The Abyss Mage will come to you. And then you can start attacking the Abyss Mage.
Can't handle your drink. Come cool it. Midnight Phantasm.
Get back!
And now the Abyss Lecter shield. From what I have seen, that these Heralds and Lecters, they do take some damage to their shield with physical damage. So I do suggest continuing the physical assault. As you can see, it's very little, but it's doing something. Alright, now we have the Cryo Hypostasis, right? Yeah. So for the Cryo Hypostasis, well, it's pretty much the same boss. That's pretty much it. Like the one you battle in Dragon Spine, that's pretty much it. There is nothing really new to say. The attack patterns are the same. There is nothing new here, honestly. Alright, done. Now, I do recommend staying close to him because he will throw the balls at you and they will be close if you are near him.
Everybody stand back. Let's light it up.
And now we have the Lava Troll with the Mage. So, the same thing, go for the Lava Troll, the Mage will come to you.
My royal shake hands.
Yep. Now if you are having issues with the mage, then you can just go for him first.
Oh, so sorry.
Diana Special!
Midnight Fantastic.
So next up we have floor 11. Now this is a hard one. Well, not actually a hard one if you have an Anemo user. Otherwise, in 11.1 we have a pattern, we have an AI, the way the enemies are set to target. Alright, so let me start by saying that as soon as you begin the challenge, 2 archers will spawn. Okay, so the first one will be here and the second one will be here at this location. So these are the exact opposite and they will be targeting the monolith. Okay, so what you need to do is basically you need to take out the archers first. Okay, and 4 enemies will spawn here which will be targeting the monolith directly. 2 will be the wooden shield hilichurls and 2 will be the ones who do pyro attacks. I don't remember what they are called or they even have any specific names, but yeah, the ones who do the pyro attacks. Alright, so we begin. Now as we can see, the archers are targeting the monolith, the wooden shield ones are targeting the monolith, and these, the fire hilichurls, they are targeting you. So what you do is you take out
Let me weave
the
you
archers
my
first.
sword.
Now the second wave of archers, basically, yeah, these archers, they will be targeting you constantly. And since only 1 enemy is left here, what I suggest is keep him alive, because this enemy is targeted to you. Okay, so keep him alive and take out the archers, all of the archers that will spawn. Okay, take out this archer first, take out the other archer then.
Rain outlines your face.
I want him to stay alive so that more enemies won't spawn and I can take the archers out quickly. Since they are targeting you and you might be hitting the opponents nearby the monolith, so they will attack the monolith and the monolith's HP will deplete. So I recommend just take out the archers here first, and then more archers will spawn. These will also be targeting you, so you take them out first.
No, my sword.
And now you are archer free. Basically, there will be no more archers spawning. Now you can take him out and then deal with the enemies that come after.
Booba, get them.
With the wind.
And now we have the meter trail here.
Witness the power. Rain outlines your.
Alright, we're done. So basically the wooden shielded meter trail will be targeting you always, and the one which I took out quickly, the blazing axe meter trail, yeah, that will be targeting the monolith. So I recommend you take him out as quickly as you can.
Wind blade.
Let's light it up. I'm the frying pan.
So we have the slime throwers here, the slime thrower elytrals. So what will happen is that 2 will spawn in front of you right here, and they will be targeting the monolith. So I recommend you take them out, and 1 will spawn here, which is behind you. So he will be targeting you, so you don't need to worry about him. Take out the ones that spawn here and here because they will be targeting the monolith. Also, I recommend running Fischl here because, well, when you start the challenge, you can just leave Oz here so that he can at least prevent some damage. Like he will target the enemies, right? So they will be staggered a bit, so they won't hit the monolith as much. So that's what I am going to do. I'll just drop him here and I will just finish them up first. And now the next time basically it will be the reverse. Like right now the ones that were targeting the monolith won't be targeting the monolith, will be targeting you, and the ones that weren't, they will be targeting the monolith. So this time it's reverse now. Okay, so we will retry and we will see all of this in action.
Witness the power of...
Disappear!
No, my sword!
Wind blade!
Ring cutter! Eat this! Booba, get them! Oh, reveal! Sketchy!
Don't get frostbite.
Shadow Raven! Let night... Think you can bully me?
And now the Stonehide lava turtle will spawn.
Oh, so sorry.
So he will be targeting you, so just make sure that he doesn't go near the monolith. Keep him away from the monolith. So basically that means you have to stay away from the monolith, and that's pretty much it.
Freeze!
Think you can bully me? By royal decree...
Keep back!
Alright, done. Alright, so we have the Fatui here, and since I don't have any cryo, I will go for the electro one first. In this half you can go for anyone actually, because well, there is no healer honestly, so you can just go for anyone. If there was the hydro gunner, then you obviously go for him first, but there is no healer, so you can go for anyone. Now here, since we have the pyro Fatui, so you should take a hydro here, otherwise you will face a lot of problems.
Rain outlines your fate.
And now here we have the hydro gunner here, so that's why I recommend taking cryo here and targeting him first. And since we have the Geo Fatui here, So I do recommend taking a Claymore user or a Geo user. Here we have the Ruin Guard and the Ruin Hunter. So what I do is I start the challenge and I wait for them in the middle. And then I unleash all of my ultimates and try to finish them as quickly as I can. And with Swirl, it's easy. It's actually quite easy. You'll see. I'll wait with Shangling here. I'll drop her Goba. Okay, alright. I got hit. Sorry.
Witness the power of Gowa. Time to
Done.
everybody
Bennett.
stand back.
Disappear.
Let me weave you a verse. Rain outlines your
Alright, done. Within 32 seconds. And now we have the Abyss Lecter and the Herald. Okay, so for this, I do recommend sticking to the Lecter and let the Herald be the collateral damage. Because the Lecter doesn't move. The Herald will come to you and he will be the collateral damage. That's not an issue. But the Lecter doesn't move. So keep hitting the Lecter.
This moment will be frozen.
Midnight Fantastic. Get back.
Alright, done with the Lecter and now for the Herald.
Shall set you free. The power
Now I will focus on the Lecter and occasionally I will just go and leave Fishel's Oz to target the Herald. And since the auto targeting in this game is total shit, he was targeting the Lecter.
Don't push your luck. Oh, so sorry.
Can't handle your dreams.
And hope, peace, and hope find you. The power of revelation. Grace be upon you. Hear ye the word
Shaken and stirred.
and hope
Oz revealed.
find you. Peace and hope find you. This moment will be frozen. Set you free. Midnight Phantasm. Hear ye the word joy.
Alright, we're almost done. The Lecter is done, the Herald is left. Goodbye. Alright, now we have floor 12, which used to be the hardest, but it's not anymore. So we will go with the same fucking team. Alright, so here we have the Geo Vishaps. So basically, right here, what I tend to do is I will iframe most of their damage. That's how it works actually. Like I will go for the Geo Vishap here. The other one will do the roaring thing, then he will jump. When he is about to hit me, I will just use my ultimates to iframe skip his damage. And then it's pretty much the same thing, you know, hack and slash. That's pretty much it.
Witness the power of Go. Know my sword. At the right hand, into the butt.
First iframe, second iframe.
Wind blade.
Goba, get them. Rain outlines your fate. Ring cutter.
And now since these two have elements, I can swirl off of them.
Adventure. Everybody stand back. At the right hand, into
Wind blade.
Alright, we're done. And the same thing here, I will go for the Geo Wishap here and then iframe skip the jump damage from the other Wishap.
By royal he isn't bullying it.
Don't get frostbite.
Can't handle your dream. Shadow Raven.
Dodge this.
He isn't
Alright, we're done. Now here we have the treasure hoarders and the cryocissin mage. So what I will do is basically I will go for the treasure hoarder here. Honestly, you can just go for any treasure hoarder that I'm used to going here from the previous abyss, but you can go for any treasure hoarders. And the next wave of enemies that spawn, the cryocissin mage will spawn here, and I recommend that you go for her instantly, because once she gets her shield up, it's quite an issue. So I do recommend going for the cryocissin mage in the second wave of enemies.
witness the power.
I got careless. Fury.
You're toast.
Cool. Have a little taste.
Everybody stand back.
Wind blade.
Rain outlines your.
I got careless. Another test subject.
I'm the prize champion. Let me weave you a pin.
With the wind. I got careless.
Okay, so the mage has already vanished. I thought I was hitting her.
I'm going in. Nice and swift. No, my sword. Witness the power.
Disappear.
Alright, goodbye.
Eat this. I'm the prize champion. Rain out.
Alright, we're done with this stage. Now we have the Geo Vishaps and the Stonehide Lava Trail. So what I will do is I will go for the Geo Vishap here, and I won't use my ultimates right now. What I will do is I will wait for them to go on the ground, and then I will follow them wherever they come out from. Like if they come out from here or there, wherever they come out from, I will follow them. And then as soon as they stop rolling, I will unleash all of my ultimates and try to kill them as quickly as I can. That's all I can do.
Odds were
Freeze.
Like I said, now I am going to follow him.
Oh, so
Ultimates.
Diana special.
Midnight Phantasm.
Done. Now for the Stonehide Lava Trail.
Get back. Dodge this. This moment will be frozen.
He isn't bullying it.
Now there is actually a secret technique to dodging these stones without actually dodging. Now I am not perfect at doing this technique, but it works quite well. I'll show you how. Let the rocks come. Now what do you do is, when the rocks come, you just dash through them. Rocks come, I dash. Again. This time I took a hit, but the first time I didn't.
Don't get frostbite.
Shadow Raven.
Alright, done. Well, I could have done this much better, but I was trying to explain the rock thing. I will try to explain it again.
Crush. More speed.
And now here we are. Here we have the Abyss Lector along with the Hydro Abyss Mage and the Pyro Abyss Mage. So if you can't deal with 3 of them simultaneously, then what I recommend is you run for either of the sides. You either go here or there or at the back. And then what will happen is the mages will teleport to you. So you can just swirl off of them and you can basically deal with them without being disturbed by the Lector for some seconds. So that's what I'm going to do right here. I'll go back. The mages will come. Now I will just swirl off of them.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Let's light it up. No, my sword. Ring cutter.
Alright, done. Now we have to deal with the Lector here.
Everybody stand back.
Bid the light shine. The gift of grace. Hear the truth.
You're toast. Let's light it up.
Of grace.
Let me weave you up. I'm going in.
Be with you.
Disappear!
Bid the light shine. Hear the truth.
Nice and spicy. No, my sword.
Of revelation.
Twin blade!
Yeah. Let's light it up. Yeah. Everybody stand back.
Words of joy. Grace be upon you.
Rain outlines your fate.
Peace and hope find you.
Alright, we're done. Now, for this stage, it's basically the same thing. If you can't handle all 3 of them, then I recommend just go back and the mages will teleport and the Herald, he will come to you. And till the time he comes, you can just deal with the mages. So that's what we are going to do here.
Oz reveal us.
Now I go for the Cryo Mage here first because of the fact that the Hydro one is doing his attacks and then I will get frozen.
Look at you, food down sketch.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Now obviously I don't think that this will be a 3-star run, but I'm not going to wait for the RNG. My damage is nearly not enough.
Oh, so sorry.
Think you can bully me?
Freeze!
Diana, special.
Midnight Phantasm.
What's the hurry? This moment will be frozen.
Me new life.
Midnight fantastic. Can't handle your drink.
Freeze! Oh, so sorry.
Get back!
Cool it.
Look at you, Foozle!
Dodge this.
Alright, so we're done. Obviously this wasn't a 3-star run, but I'm not going to just sit around and wait for the RNG to be in my favor so that I can 3-star this. You can just use your 5 stars honestly, and we would be kidding ourselves if we said that we don't have even one 5-star and you are doing float 12.
Rain cutter! Booba, you're toast!
Furnaces?
Teamwork is strength!
The light shine.
Rain outlines your fate.
Hear the truth. Retribution! The light shine. The gifts of grace.
Eat this!
Hear the truth.
Let me weave you a
The light shine. The gift of grace. My holy proclamation.
Everybody stand back! Adventures!
The power of revelation. Truth shall set you free. Hear ye
Witness the power! Teamwork is strength!
bow before the abyss.
Dodge this. Oh, so sorry.
Crush! Flood of frost! Rack and ruin!
Midnight Phantasma. Freeze.
Beg for mercy!
This moment will be frozen in coolant.
Can't handle your drink!
Grant me new life.
By royal
Dodge this.
Shut up! Vengeance will be mine! I condemn you! More speed! Look at you, Foozle! Think you can bullet wings of darkness!
Freeze. Don't get frostbite.
Beg for mercy! Crush! Flood of frost! Rack and ruin!
The world.
Benny's at...
and I guess we're done. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, then make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.